Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to take you on a deep dive into the world of day trading.
Okay.
But not the version you see on Instagram, with the Lamborghinis and the private jets and all that.
Right.
We're going beyond the hype to uncover the gritty reality.
Yeah.
Kind of like peeking behind the curtain of a magic show.
It's more like a high-stakes poker game.
Ooh.
Where you're sitting across from seasoned pros with years of experience.
All right, so we've got two sources for this deep dive.
Okay.
One is a personal story from a trader who went through the fire and came out the other side. And the other is an expose.
Right.
Revealing the dark truths about this world.
Yeah, and those truths are pretty stark.
Okay.
One of our sources highlights that a staggering 95% of day traders actually lose money.
95%?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a number that should make anyone pause before jumping in thinking they're going to be an instant millionaire.
Absolutely.
And I can understand why people are drawn to day trading. The dream of quick wealth and ditching the 9-to-5 is definitely appealing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's where the personal story we have is so enlightening.
Okay.
It introduces us to Jim,
right,
a trader who starts with those same dreams and quickly slams into reality. Fortunately, he meets a veteran trader known as Zen Master who offers a different perspective.
Zen Master.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that already.
Yeah.
What kind of wisdom did he impart?
Well, Zen Master believes trading is a skill, a profession that requires discipline strategy, and this is key emotional control.
Oh.
It's not about luck or following the crowd. It's about mastering yourself as much as mastering the market.
So it's not just about, clicking buttons and watching charts.
No.
There's a mental game involved, too.
Absolutely. One of our sources compares the situation to a chess game.
Okay.
But one that's rigged against individual traders.
Oh.
You've got institutional investors.
Okay.
Think massive financial firms. And these incredibly powerful algorithms making moves based on lightning-fast calculations.
Wow.
It can feel like you're playing against a supercomputer.
So how does anyone stand a chance? It sounds pretty intimidating for someone starting out.
It definitely presents a challenge.
Yeah.
But both sources offer hope.
Okay.
They emphasize that while it's tough, it's not impossible to win.
All right.
The key is understanding how the game is played and developing the skills to navigate it.
So there's still a glimmer of hope for us non-Wall Street folks.
Exactly. Remember Jim from the story?
Yeah.
He eventually finds success, but not through some magic formula or overnight windfall.
Right.
It came from dedicated learning, adapting his strategies, and focusing on risk management. Instead of chasing every hot tip he learned to protect his capital and make calculated decisions.
So it sounds like you learned to play smart, not just play hard.
Exactly.
This really highlights the importance of educating yourself before jumping into day trading, which is exactly what this deep dive is all about.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
You're already ahead of the game by taking the time to understand the realities of this world.
Speaking of realities, our sources don't shy away from the emotional roller coaster that comes with day trading.
Right.
Jim's story really brings this to life with the highs of winning trades and the crushing lows of losses.
Yeah, and it's not just about the financial ups and downs, it's the psychological impact as well.
Okay.
Fear and greed can cloud your judgment and lead to impulsive decisions, which can be disastrous in a fast-paced environment like day trading.
Oh yeah, it's like being on a roller coaster in the dark.
Yeah.
There will be twists and turns, but you can't see them coming.
You just gotta hold on.
Yeah. It's exciting, but you better have a strong stomach and hold on tight.
That's a perfect analogy.
Yeah.
And this brings us to another crucial concept highlighted in our sources.
Okay.
Survivor bias.
Survivor bias, okay.
We often only hear about the day traders who strike it rich.
Right.
Which creates a distorted view of how easy it is to succeed.
Right. It's like only seeing the highlight reel of a basketball game and thinking, hey, I could do that.
Exactly.
Without realizing the years of practice and hard work behind those amazing plays.
Exactly. It's crucial to be aware of this bias and not be fooled by the hype surrounding day trading. There are countless untold stories of people who jumped in with unrealistic expectations and ended up losing more than they bargained for.
So how do we avoid falling into those traps?
Well,
our Dark Truths source lays out 5 key things every aspiring trader should know before risking their hard-earned money.
Think of them as warning signs before entering a challenging maze, but also as a guide to help you navigate through it successfully.
All right, let's dive into these truths one by one. as we go through each one, I'd love to connect them back to Jim's experience
Yeah.
and Zen Master's advice to see how they play out in real life.
Excellent idea. Let's unpack these truths and see what valuable lessons we can learn.
The first dark truth is that get-rich-quick schemes are just that, schemes.
Right.
It's a trap that catches a lot of people, especially those new to trading.
The allure of easy money is powerful.
Yep.
But our sources emphasize that there's no magic formula or shortcut to wealth in trading.
Right.
It takes time, effort, and a willingness to learn the ropes.
And that's where Jim's early struggles really stand out.
Yeah.
He fell for the hype, thinking he could get rich quickly,
Right.
and ended up learning a very expensive lesson.
His experience highlights the importance of having a realistic mindset. Trading is not a lottery ticket. It's a skill that needs to be developed.
The second dark truth is that the game itself can feel rigged, right?
Yeah,
It's not exactly a level playing field for individual traders.
that's right. Our sources talk about how the market is dominated by these huge financial institutions
Okay.
and sophisticated algorithms
Right.
that can move markets with incredible speed and precision.
They can feel like you're going up against giants.
So how do you even begin to compete with that kind of firepower?
Well, remember that chess analogy we talked about?
Yeah.
Even though the playing field might be tilted,
Right.
it doesn't mean the game is unwinnable.
Okay.
The key is to understand how these big players operate and develop strategies that work for you.
So it's not about beating them at their own game,
Right.
but finding a way to play smart and leverage your own strengths.
Exactly. And that's where Jim's eventual success becomes so inspiring.
Okay.
He proved that it's possible to overcome the odds by learning from your mistakes, adapting your approach,
Right.
and focusing on risk management.
He didn't just try to outmuscle the big players.
No,
He learned to outsmart them by playing a different game.
that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
He understood that discipline and a well-defined strategy were more important
Yeah.
than trying to chase every hot tip or get-rich-quick scheme.
So we've got these schemes.
Yeah.
The rigged game.
And now let's talk about the emotional roller coaster.
Okay.
This is where this psychological aspect of trading really comes into play, right?
Absolutely. Our sources emphasize the intense highs and lows
Oh,
that come with trading. 1 minute, you could be riding high on a winning streak,
yeah,
and the next, you could be facing a devastating loss.
right.
And it's that emotional volatility that can lead to bad decisions.
So how do you manage those emotions?
Yeah.
It sounds like it takes a lot of mental fortitude
It does.
to stay focused and make rational choices when the stakes are high.
Our Dark Truths source explains that emotions like fear and greed are some of the biggest obstacles for traders.
Right.
Fear can lead to selling too early and missing out on potential gains,
Got it.
while greed can cause you to hold on to losing positions,
Oh.
hoping for a miracle turnaround.
It sounds like you need to be as much a master of your own mind
Yes.
as you are of market trends.
That's exactly what Zen Master preached. He believed that emotional control was paramount to success in trading.
Right.
One of the techniques he recommended was mindfulness meditation
Okay.
to help stay calm and focused even during turbulent market conditions.
So instead of getting caught up in the frenzy,
Right.
you need to train your mind to remain calm and objective, even when the market is going haywire.
Precisely, it's about making decisions based on logic and strategy,
Yeah.
not on fleeting emotions.
We've covered schemes as a rigged game and the emotional roller coaster. Now let's dive into the fourth dark truth, the steep learning curve.
Yeah.
It's tempting to think you can pick up trading overnight, but it sounds like it takes a lot more than just watching a few YouTube videos.
Our sources compare learning to trade to mastering a new language.
Okay.
It requires dedication, perseverance, and a commitment to continuous learning.
Right.
There's always something new to discover, a new strategy, to test a new way to refine your skills.
So it's not a one and done kind of thing? You need to constantly be learning and adapting to stay ahead of the curve.
Absolutely. Think of it like becoming a chef.
Oh.
You don't just learn a few recipes and call yourself a pro.
Right.
You have to constantly practice, experiment, and refine your techniques to create truly exceptional dishes.
And it sounds like finding a good mentor can make a huge difference in navigating that learning curve.
Definitely.
Jim's story is a great example of how valuable that guidance can be.
Zen Master played a crucial role in Jim's development as a trader,
Right.
providing not only knowledge and strategies, but also the support and encouragement needed to stay the course.
It's like having a seasoned Sherpa guiding you through the Himalayas.
Yeah.
You wouldn't attempt that climb alone. And the same principle applies to navigating the complex world of trading.
a perfect analogy. Finding a mentor or community of experienced traders can provide invaluable insights, accelerate your learning process, and help you avoid common pitfalls.
We've covered schemes, a rigged game, an emotional roller coaster, a steep learning curve. And now for the fifth and final dark truth.
Okay.
Survivor bias.
Survivor bias.
This is a sneaky one because it distorts our perception of what it really takes to succeed in trading.
Exactly. We often only hear about the traders who make it big,
Right.
leading us to believe that success is more common than it actually is.
Yeah.
But for every trader who strikes gold,
Yeah.
there are countless others who lose their shirts.
Like looking at a photo of someone standing on top of Mount Everest and thinking, wow, that looks easy,
Exactly.
without seeing the grueling climb, the setbacks, and the potential dangers involved.
That's a great way to illustrate it. It's easy to be misled by the glamorous stories of success,
Right.
but it's crucial to remember that they often represent a very small percentage of the overall picture.
So how do we guard against this bias? How do we separate the reality from the hype?
One of the things our dark truth source suggests is to actively seek out stories of failure and learn from them. Don't just focus on the flashy headlines, but dig deeper and understand the challenges and pitfalls that others have faced.
So it's about looking beyond the highlight reel and understanding the full picture, both the triumphs and the setbacks.
Exactly. By acknowledging the realities of trading, including the potential for losses, we can make more informed decisions and avoid unrealistic expectations.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah.
We've delved into the dark truths of day trading, the schemes, the rigged game, the emotional roller coaster, the steep learning curve, and the sneaky danger of survivor bias.
Right.
It's been a lot to take in.
Yeah.
But I already feel more informed and equipped to approach this world with a clear head.
That's great to hear. Remember, knowledge is power.
Yeah.
And the more you understand about the realities of day trading, the better prepared you'll be to navigate this complex landscape.
So what stands out to you from all of this? What are the key takeaways that our listeners should really internalize?
I think the most important thing is to approach day trading with a realistic understanding of both the risks and the rewards.
Yeah.
It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a challenging profession that requires dedication, discipline, and a willingness to constantly learn and adapt.
Right. And being aware of those dark truths, the rigged game, the emotional roller coaster, the steep learning curve, and the pervasive survivor bias.
Yeah.
It's like having a mental toolkit
Exactly.
to help you make informed decisions and avoid common pitfalls.
These truths are not meant to discourage you,
Right.
but to empower you to approach trading with your eyes wide open.
But here's something that wasn't directly addressed in the sources, but really gets me thinking.
Okay.
If day trading is so tough, why do people keep doing it?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah. What drives them beyond the potential for financial gain?
That's a fascinating question. It's definitely not just about the money,
Right.
though the potential for financial independence is a strong motivator.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's the challenge itself, the thrill of competing against the market and trying to outsmart the odds.
It's like solving a complex puzzle, right?
Yeah.
You're constantly analyzing data testing strategies and trying to find the winning formula.
Yes. And there's the allure of independence.
Yeah.
The freedom to be your own boss and set your own schedule.
Plus, there's that intellectual stimulation that comes with constantly learning and adapting, of testing your skills against a constantly evolving market.
Exactly. It's a pursuit that requires both mental agility and emotional resilience,
Yeah.
which can be incredibly rewarding for those who thrive in that kind of environment.
So maybe day trading isn't for everyone.
Right.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
But understanding these realities, these dark truths, helps you make an informed decision about whether it's the right path for you.
Absolutely. And regardless of whether you decide to dive into the world of day trading,
Right.
the lessons we've extracted today, the importance of discipline, risk management, emotional control, and continuous learning. These are valuable insights that can be applied to any aspect of your financial journey.
That's a great point. We're all navigating the complex world of finance.
Yeah.
And having this awareness, this knowledge,
Right.
gives us the power to make smarter choices regardless of our investment strategies.
Absolutely. Whether you're investing in stocks, real estate, or starting your own business, the principles we've discussed today can help you make more informed decisions and achieve your financial goals.
So, dear listener, we leave you with this final thought. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.
Yes.
Your financial well-being is worth the effort. Until next time, happy investing.